I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to the attention she might draw for herself.
Ah! Ah! Overslept again!
No, so...
But I caught you this time!
Dude, you gotta stop sleeping in, dude. It's only because I stopped to wait for you, bro. I'm just cool, like, I'm nice. I'm nice like that.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Poop.
My name is Poop. How fucking cool is that? Is that not the funniest shit you ever heard? And yes, pun was intended. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Yeah, we're not dating, bro. We're siblings.
Hold up.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Is this what it's like to have a 3rd grade reading level? Dude, I'm reading fine! Does anyone know what the little, like, squiggly lines are? It's like a Spanish, like above, like, the N. Like the nya. We cross the street together and make our way to school, skipping along the way.
Have you decided to join a club yet?
A club? Yeah, well, I'm a dude, so maybe I'll join beer club or football club. Yeah, I'm not even interested, actually. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? She likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just being an average Joe and spending my free time with video games and anime.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET.
I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy, oi oi.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
I pinky promise.
Yay!
School day was as ordinary as ever. Clubs, ninjas, dinosaurs, monster trucks. I mean, fuck, anything interesting. Sayori? Oh! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. We're Costco guys. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
No what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
There's no way I'm going to your club, Sayori.
Meanie.
Sayori is the vice president of Literature Club. You can't say Literature Club without lit, so, you know.
I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Cupcakes, you say? Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? See, that's the way into Big Mac's heart. Cupcakes and 3 sides of ranch.
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit because it's genuinely used for nerds and losers. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new club member's here! Oh my god!
Dude, I told you don't call me the new member. Refer to me as Nonchalant Dreadhead for the last time. I glance around the classroom. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always has nice things to say about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Ugh. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Poop, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, what are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the only one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. The first year is also the one who made the cupcakes.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't Don't say things like that. Seriously.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature. Okay, so Yuri, yeah, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Oi, oi.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Poop.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we really talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, like Skibbity Toilet. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile, I mean, genuinely it makes me feel a little bit... You too, Monica?
Come sit down, Poop. We made room for you at the table so you can come sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Oh my god, I made them. I'll get them.
Oh, sorry, I got a little excited.
Then how about I make them some sweetest tea? How about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. And Yuri proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
What?
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So kawaii!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori walks with her mouth full as she's already managed to get icing on her face. Ugh, classic Sayori. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Jeepers creepers. Take a photo, why don't ya? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good, dude. Seriously. Thank you, Natsuki.
What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe! Nah. But not for, you know, you. Dummy.
Oi, oi, oi. Ugh. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Okay. Well, tea and reading are not a pastime for me, or for anyone, but at least I'll enjoy the tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
No, what made you consider the literature club?
I didn't think that far ahead. Gonna be honest. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, but Sayori seems really happy, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages other people to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri also nods her head in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club on something so lame.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting an all-out effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we could really grow this club before they graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Poop, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, ooh, I don't.
Manga!
I mutter quietly to myself,
Manga.
half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Manga?
Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. Oh my god, Riz. What am I saying? Am I seriously using my nonchalant Riz? Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive.
Yuri yaps on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid from the moment I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not in people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. She might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say it's just diving into my dark and twisted personality. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
Dude, okay, seriously, what's your issue with me, Natsuki? Come on now.
That's right. You usually don't like to write about cute things. Don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left this little piece of scrap paper behind at the club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Stop! And give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as kawaii as you are.
Sayori saddles behind... Sidles? Up behind Natsuki and puts her hands over her shoulders.
I am not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? That's so baka of you, no?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's... Cool. Why don't you share them?
No.
Sorry, I even asked. Bitch.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet, are you, Oyoi?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them that even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ...
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, let's go. I have an idea for everyone.
Oh? Natsuki looked quizzically at Monica. If a quiz is quizzical, then what's a test?
Do not answer that question.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
Oh, just what I wanted, more homework. I'm a dude, for crying out loud. I don't like homework. Like video games and stuff. Dude, seriously.
That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Poop?
Oh, don't drag me into this, please. She smiles warmly at me once again.
Oh, I've fallen for the bait. Hold on, there's still a problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join! Guys, I don't want to join this stupid club. This club sucks. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made my decision. I'm gonna go to Twisting Club. Learn how to retwist my breads myself. Breads. Fuck. I still have other clubs to look at. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
What?
I'm sorry, I thought.
Poop. You should stay.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. Fine. Take me away. Guess I'll be joining the club. Hey! New member, right here. Huh? One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Very uncomfortable.
Hey, get off me! You really did scare me for a moment.
Oh my god, if you really just came for the cupcakes, I would've been super pissed. Oh my god. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment?
Yeah, how could I forget Monica?
Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Oh, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Whoa.
Eh.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside of me. I'm about to bust. What? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat, and Natsuki cleans up her cupcakes.
Hey, Poop. Since we're already here, wanna walk home together?
That's right. We never really walked home anymore, because she attended clubs and I don't, because I'm cool. Might as well. Baka.
Hey!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way back home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls.
Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri,
and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in literature club? Perhaps I'll even go closer to one of these girls. All right. And I guess that starts with writing a good poem tonight. Doki Doki. Huh? I think it said it said to choose like what goes with which girl we want. Again, by process of elimination. She is like a freshman and made cupcakes. Get her off the list. Childhood best friend? We see her as a friend. Get off the list. By process of elimination, we have one option, and it's Yuri. What would Yuri like? Horror? Imagination? Kitty! Sorry, I just had to pick Kitty. Infallible. Disown. Wrath. Sticky. What the? Why is that? Like, who would that even go with? Kawaii. Engulfant? Oh. Shit. Giggle. Rainbow. Fuck. Massacre. I'm just gonna pick that and see who jumps, because whoever jumps we need to watch out for. Yeah, we're cooked. True pain. I don't know. Alright.
Hi again, Pope. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Baka. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Because I'm cool. And Baka. Well, I was last to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. Because I'm nonchalant.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Poop. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not ready for the world that it brings.
Oh my god, come on. Like he deserves any slack.
What did I do to you? Seriously. Everything she says is like, screw nonchalant dreadhead guy, and I'm like, come on, other people think I'm kind of cool. I mean, come on.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what.
But if you don't take us seriously, we will end you.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
I don't have any manga.
Got red-handed.
Manga is literature.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, technically. Swiftly defeated. Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Poop always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Don't worry, that's because your room is so messy and it's freaking distracting, dude. Gross. You almost set the house on fire.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh, really, Yuri? Really?
How come? You and Poop can become good friends too.
What a layup right there. Right.
Sayori! Oh, how dare you suggest such a crazy idea? Aww.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Having to become a friend with a fellow club member. It's so weird.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori!
Eh?
Me? Jeez.
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Shakes treads aggressively. Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, first of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise, Baka. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. It's titled Fear.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I had to keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know.
You know what?
Discuss it if you wanted. If you wanted.
This is... How is a girl accidentally being so kawaii? Ah, it's a fucking overload. Oh my god. God. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Oh my god, Yuri, arigato. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Yo. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. What? Probably looking for a mop to clean up the mess of her attitude, because it's a little bit rough around the edges. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at least at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Oh! Ah! I made it too obvious. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book.
Sorry.
Oh shit, sorry. I was just spacing out. Dude, seriously. That's my bad. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That looks like the book you gave me, right?
Uh-huh. I wanted to just reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, though.
Just curious, how did you get 2 copies of the same book, huh? Huh? Are you rizzing?
Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday and... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just so happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something very obvious that she isn't telling me, but I can't quite place my finger on it.
I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Maybe.
It's very engaging, and it's a very engaging and a relatable story. And the story is very human.
Is that so? What's it about anyways?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans over the back. Uh-huh. The book is titled, Read If You're Cool. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really freaking weird. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of... dark. No fucking way. Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story. And then the dark came.
Hey, yo!
Out of nowhere.
Aha! Ha 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 ha! Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Poop?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. Look, us nice guys, us nonchalant guys can get a little serious too. Okay?
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri was into... she had a dark, twisted reality. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you'd relate to the protagonist, They may not to be so naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm yapping, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. Stop it. I haven't lost interest. I really love hearing your stories as I scroll my Instagram reels. I guess that's all.
Oh, I guess that's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
Well, should have told me that 5 minutes ago, Yuri. Don't need to worry. I don't really give a fuck about anything. Which means you're passionate, right? All at least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Ah, well, that's true.
Fact. I might as well just start reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, if it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip the seat next to Yuri's.
Ah! Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive, Yuri.
I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone else.
I see. Well, just let me know if I end up distracting you with my fucking dreads.
Alright.
To be honest, you might be too distracted to even let me know. I opened up the book. I soon understood what Yuri meant about reading in company. It feels like I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not particularly a bad thing, but you know, it's a thing. A little distracting too, but it's somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, and I don't make it obvious. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Hey! Keep your eyes on your own book, buddy. So, go, man.
Alright.
I was just...
Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah, you do, Yuri.
I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... I've done it again.
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching.
Oh!
Feels like my left arm is in all the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to open the page back. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm. On the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together!
No, this is not what I wanted at all. It's kind of distracting.
As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Bro, that's so I swear to God the eye moved.
Eh?
Turn the page. Oh, shit.
To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'm gonna have... I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do. That you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Arigato. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes before me, so I do it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. Might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess it's more of a... she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid to do something wrong. Kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But poop? That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
But it's true, Yuri. Facts don't care about your feelings, as Ankh says.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Well, wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really didn't know that you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess it's more... I meant it's more kind of kawaii.
Why are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. Oh! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time and way too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Will do. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before, ever.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Oh, Monica. Alright, we need to stop this glaze right here and right now. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same, myself. Who should I share my poem with? I guess Yuri makes sense, right? Yuri seems to be the most experienced. I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Alright, Yuri, what's up? Yo, I wrote my poem. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Dead ass, I just ChatGPT'd it, bro.
Exceptional. Eh?
What was that?
Did I say that out loud? Oh no, I can't believe I complimented your work. Cover it.
Yuri covers up her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
Oh, he's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
Oh. What kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of poetry. I didn't use Google or anything. It's actually my first time. Fuck, why did I say that? I could have just went with it. Yuri stares at me blankly, and then looks at my poem again.
Oh wait, it's actually shit. Never mind. Well, I know that. I just mean,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. The writing it's like, as good as Skibbity Toilet, I mean, fuck!
Yeah, it's actually... Okay. There's actually a bunch of things wrong with it, now that you say that. It's terrible. It's the reason I'm gonna tell you the reason right now. There's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that they both suck, or they both are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even in a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example, and things of that nature. I hope everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Oh, I forgot we have to share it with Natsuki. Bitch. Biased how?
Well, never mind.
I should be talking about other people like that. No, go right ahead. She doesn't like us.
Sorry.
It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if can I read your poem?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity. Which, in itself, is kind of funny. I thought like 2 seconds ago she was scared about sharing her poems. After all, it's supposed to be a lit club. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm! Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicken back. Wow, that was the best thing I've ever read in my life.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
It took you a long time to read it.
Oh, little does she know. It didn't have pictures. I just don't read script very often. Oh, good save. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Even better save.
Eh? That's a relief.
Yeah, also the poem was cooler. Or whatever. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Nah, not at all. My TikTok brain span couldn't really handle it any longer, so, you know, if it was... Thanks for that.
Oh, I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Oh, because I didn't get it at all.
Are you into ghost, Yuri?
Actually, the story is about a ghost at all, poop. Oh, yeah, I knew that. I missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own world. They usually do it more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn if you put it that way, Yuri. You doing okay? I didn't even think about that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Baka.
You think so?
Yep.
Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Poop.
That's a weird way to phrase that. Ah! Me too! I think we gotta get it over with, Natsuki.
Oh my god, that was the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
Oh, wait, actually, that's exactly what...
Oh my god, that's what I expect from a... That's about what I expect from a person like you, and I'll spare myself the mean thing I was about to say.
It's a little blunt.
Smoke weed every
Asshole.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad.
Oh.
It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Oh! Checkmate, checkmate, Natsuki.
Do you want to get smacked?
No, actually, no. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
What if it's really cool? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. I'd have written this in like 3rd grade. It was amazing, Natsuki. I loved it very much.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? It's the best thing I've ever read in my life.
Oh my god. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is to be writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the whole point of the poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. That's what I've been saying. Oh my god, you finally get it. My references are insane. Thank you. I like it when it's easy to read. But it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh my god. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose.
Shit, I didn't even notice. I noticed that. Hey, good detail.
Oh, they bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Didn't expect it from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Stroke the ego a little bit. Natsuki, we still don't really like you that much. I don't really care how old everyone is. I care how old everyone is. But if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take away from her. Sayori's like just same old, same old. Whatever. We'll say Monica for last, and she's like group leader or whatever.
This is a good poem, Poop. Are you sure it's your first time?
Yep. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy to be writing a poem in his spare time? No. The kind of dude to be drinking beers, playing video games, reading manga.
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy that you wrote this one. Reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Duh. Not to state the obvious. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. But that doesn't mean I won't break my promise or whatever. Baka.
See? It's like I said before, Poop. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. It's something only really good people can do.
Thanks, Sayori. Oi, oi, oi. I'm not sure if Sayori feels the full picture of my motive here. I'm in it for the girls. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Sayori.
Hey! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. That's a banger right there. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. Oh, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Great poem! Thank you, Sayori. That read was amazing. It's the best thing I've ever read in my life. This is just a guess, but you wait until this morning to write this? Oh, dude, no way. It's like you totally wrote about fucking breakfast and eggs and shit. Dude, there's no way. No! Caught you red-handed, didn't I?
Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Yeah.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Because your poem is bad too.
Don't be mean.
Sorry.
I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yep. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's is the best.
Ah, yeah.
But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I guess I could look forward to it. Alright. The big boss bear is here.
Hi, Bo. Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah. Kind of.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better,
I'm always listening. Can we have Bud Light on tab here? It's the only thing I kind of need right now.
don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Bud Light on tab. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring anything up. Oh, of course. I'm much better off going with the flow.
Anyway, wanna share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess if I have to.
We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand my poem to Monica.
Great job, Pope. I was going, ooh, in my head while I was reading it.
Oh, who are you now?
It's really it's metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easy. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. My poem is rather mid. Wait, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write that like that effectively, both allowing the people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet, but thanks for the glaze. Thank you for the galaxies. Thank you for the roses.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find whatever suits you most. So don't force yourself to write any way that anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
That's the thing, Monica. What it's all about for me.
Anyway, you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's just because I have to sound confident. I'm the club leader after all.
I see. Let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. My retinas. Jesus. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. The hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
Dude, that was the best poem I've ever freaking read, dude. That was the best. Sorry. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback for.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten really popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
I tried my best there. I feel like I really nailed that one, huh? What was the inspiration behind this one?
You know, holes and walls and stuff. I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a little bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific moment. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. And no one wants that, I guess. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for the advice. Woo! I thought that was never gonna be over, but I glanced around the room. That was everyone. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. You know, neither here nor there. Everyone sort of said our poem was kind of good, except for Natsuki. Everyone was just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What is with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you lately miss the symbolism or something? It's very clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh my god. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. If I was, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Poop did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. So unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Poop liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Oh, no way. She's outing her. No fucking. Oh. Oh, this is getting crazy. Ah, this is crazy.
That's not what I said. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Poop appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Oh my god. And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ooh.
Is everyone okay?
I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Poop started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
That didn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Stop fighting!
Suddenly, both girls towards me, as if they noticed I was standing there, picking my nose.
Poop? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more impressive and more effective, then this wouldn't have been a problem in the first place. What's the point of making your poem so convoluted for no reason? Oh my god. The meaning should be to jump out at the reader, not force them not to figure it out. Oh my god. Help me explain that to her, Poop.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our own language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Poop?
Well,
Wow.
oh god, this is a very difficult decision that I don't care a lot about. Guys, don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. I'm a nonchalant dreadhead after all. I should be focused on other things, like shaking my dreads and stuff. Whoever I agree with is going to hate me and like me. All right, well, Natsuki, we don't really care what she thinks about us. Or we could do the help me Sayori. No, that might be a pretty decent option. Oh my god, Yuri, freaking help me, Sayoru. What is this whimsical ass music? Yuri's right. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be such an asshole all the time. It's tiring. You shouldn't just pick a fight because someone else's opinions is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. Look, I'll give you that. No glaze, no ditty. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far, dude, seriously. Take a chill pill. Those grow on trees here. Yuri may as well just told you how I felt. Then, this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps me to take a walk to clear my head.
Iori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
That warning, Natsuki snatches her poem and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki!
You really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Alright. Not gonna lie. That's gonna be the end of episode 1 of Doki Doki Literature Club.